Up top this week is the surprise announcement by North Country Congressman Bill Owens that he won't be seeking re-election this year. Owens made the announcement on Tuesday after what he called several weeks of thought and consideration with his family.
It was a series of conversations with my family, decisions about our personal life, and came to this after some struggle over the Christmas holidays, and we decided to move forward with it now as we're getting into the campaign season. And it's a decision that we came to, if you will, as a group, and it was one that I'm very comfortable with because I think that that's the road that I need to take at this point in my life.
Owens has represented the North Country since winning the open seat in 2009 when then Congressman John McHugh was tapped to be Secretary of the Army. He's been re-elected twice and was gearing up for the campaign this fall, when over the holidays he began to have discussions with his family at length and made what Owens says was a tough decision.
I was struggling with the decision. This is one of those things, unfortunately, that you sort of have in the back of your mind and it kind of grows over time, and then you reach a decision and you have to act on it. And that's the process I went through. Clearly, I've had three very tight races, but I've won all three. I'm not afraid of another fight. I've just decided it's time to move on.
Owens says no health issues or scandal led to his decision. No other shoe about to drop, he says. And while he's made no secret of his frustration over the political partisanship and gridlock in Washington, he says it was not a deciding factor. One of the few people who knew the announcement was coming was longtime friend and Clinton County Democratic Party Chair Marty Mannix, who helped convince Owens to run 5 years ago.
It's a loss, personally, for me. It's been a dream for me to have a person that I have a personal relationship with to be our congressman. To have a person from Plattsburgh, New York, to be our congressman. I mean, that's just something, as a person who's been involved in politics for over 50 years, it was a dream come true to see Bill Owens get elected.
Many others in the community were also surprised by Owens' announcement.
For the North Country, for all of us, for the town of Plattsburgh, it's a loss. It was an amazing thing to be able to have your United States Congressman in your backyard.
And many credit the job Owens has done in Congress, helping the North Country.
Thanks to Bill, U.S. Customs border operation funding is being increased over the next 2 years. 2,000 additional inspectors are going to be brought on board for busy border crossings. That's just remarkable. Plus, we have the language that he put forward in there that prohibits, once again, any silly notion of applying a border crossing fee at the border. So in those and other ways, he's going to be missed. He's been a leader, particularly on U.S., Canadian, and border matters.
Owens says Democratic leaders are disappointed he's not running, and it sets up what could be a fierce battle for the open seat. While 3 Republicans had already jumped into the race, several more may now consider a run, including former candidate Matt Doheny. One of the 3 running, Elise Stefanik from Willsboro, who worked in the Bush White House, was endorsed this week by Congressman Paul Ryan. In a statement, she wished Owens well and said she thinks Republicans have a real shot at winning back the seat that up until Owens' victory in 2009 had been in Republican hands since the days of the Civil War. But Owens and Democratic leaders believe they can hold on to the seat. Several names are being floated, including former Congressman Scott Murphy from Glens Falls, which is now part of the 21st District. Deputy Secretary of State Didi Scosa-Fava, who ran as a Republican back in the 2009 race, former Ag Secretary Darrell Aubertine, and Saranac Lake Mayor Clyde Rabideau. And political reporters in Albany have also mentioned Plattsburgh Town Supervisor Bernie Bassett.
I humbly respect the thought that somebody felt that might be a possibility, but I have no, I'm not beginning a campaign today by any means.
Are you thinking about it?
Not in that process right now.
For more on who may be in or out and what the political fallout may be, North Country Public Radio's Brian Mann will join us coming up in just a few minutes.
I think that this has got to be very tempting to some of those folks have been watching and waiting, seeing Bill Owens be a pretty, strong candidate. Now there's this huge opening. And so, yeah, I think more names will be dropping very quickly.
We'll also talk about Bill Owens joining a growing number of congressional leaders this week, raising concerns over the safety of rail tanker cars, hauling large amounts of crude oil and other hazardous cargo across New York and Canada. And you can watch the entire extended roundtable on our website at mountainlake.org.